Alright, so we're reviewing a couple cases here. I got 3 of them. I just wanted to do a review on them just because I watched a couple of reviews and they're all pretty good, but I thought I'd do one myself. This is my first time doing one. So we're going to review the OtterBox commuter case, the Trident Kraken case here, and then I just got this one in the mail, which is the Cydio CDO Obex case. Really wanted this one. I go to the beach a lot and stuff, so we're going to test it out. What they say for this one is waterproof, impact proof, dust proof, and snow proof. They give it a 4H hardness. Not too sure what that rates at. I know this is a 6 or so, something like that, but just want to make sure, you know, this is waterproof first before we actually put my phone in there. We'll start with the commuter. The commuter is real nice. I mean, it's got a 2-part component on the case. You got the rubberized, I think it's polyurethane inside, and it goes inside this kind of shell. It's quite a bit slimmer than the Defender, which I like. You know, it's just for everyday use, going back and forth to work. I bought this other one here when I go out and tend to be a little more rougher on the weekends with my phone. So, but this one's pretty nice. You know, you don't want to drop it probably more than 3 feet, especially on the screen or the corners, because this hard case does not go around the edges here. I mean, anything more than that, you're probably going to crack your screen. But for just day-to-day use, that's completely fine. Next is this the Kraken, which is a really nice case. It's 3 parts. You got, let's see here, got the urethane shell like before, but the key difference is it's got a whole round hard shell case, military grade case. You know, it just goes in the sleeve, and you kind of put this over the top, and then you drop this in here. And it's got a clip on the back, and it actually will stand up like this as a stand. But I dropped this one from 10-12 feet, and it didn't even do anything. It's got, you can see right there, it's got these little bumpers. So you hit it on the corner here, it really takes the shock out of it, absorbs all of that. This thing back here is just for a screen, just to clean it. But this was, I mean, if you really want a tough case, this is what you want, the Trident Kraken. I've seen reviews on the Defender, and the guy dropped it, I think it was about 10 feet. And his screen broke in that Defender back. So the key reason why I didn't buy that one and I went with this one, because I've seen the same test done, and the phone, the S4 that this one is for, survived perfectly. So those two are really nice. And I got the Cydio Obex for when I go to the beach. I plan on going down to Mexico. This is kind of a cheaper version of GoPro, I guess you could say. So I don't got to spend all that money on the GoPro. This is a phone and a camera, and it's 13 megapixels, so it's actually a better megapixel than the silver series of the GoPro. So I'll come back and I'll review how that went down in Mexico. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to first put a receipt inside this box and test the waterproofability. Well, because I'm not going to dive my phone in there right away, because I'm not going to do that. I want to make sure it's waterproof first. So I will be right back. So I read the manual, which is here. You just go through like the care and how exactly you install this case here and get these out of the way. So I kind of read that. Right now I got the sink over there filling up with water. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and put it in the case, close it, snap it all up, and I'm going to leave it in the sink over there for I'm going to do it for about 15, maybe 20 minutes, because that's all, I just don't go in the water and go swimming for like 5 minutes, I'm in there for a while. So the way you kind of install this here is I'm going to pretend that this is the phone screen, kind of put it face down here. You just got to make sure that you push it in real hard, and then you kind of put this on the back. You got to make sure that it snaps. Got to put the phone down here to be able to do this. Alright, so I put it in there. You actually, when you put the back on it like that, You actually don't hear any snaps across the seam here. They just kind of just mold. It kind of just, you kind of want to push it down, obviously, but it doesn't. There's no snaps. When you do the latches, though, they do snap into place. You want to make sure. Probably the most important thing is the headphone jack right here, that it goes in the hole, and close that before snapping down the latch, and then that's in there. So we're going to take, you can kind of see this tab, that's just the screen protector that was originally on here. Ooh, I don't want to drop my phone in the water without the case on it. So, you know, that's in there, that's paper. What I'm going to do is I'll put it in there for 20 minutes, I'll take it out, and we will see if there is, you know, any water residue, or if I feel any moisture after wiping it completely off on that inside paper part. So, I'll be right back again. Alright, so back, I got, that's in the water. Man, you can't even tell that's in water, but it's in water. Cold and hot water. It's been in there for about 15 minutes, and I did run water over the case and shook it and did, you know, a lot of stuff and just kind of set it in there. So we're gonna go ahead and take that out real quick. I just don't want to get this phone, you know, too close to that water. So I don't know if it'll float actually with the phone in there, so I'm gonna test that out next. But if it does, that'd be pretty sweet. So I'm just gonna take it out here, put it over here. Gotta get a towel, something here to wipe this off. Alright, so I found the towel. I'm gonna wipe it off. I did take the screen protector thing off of there. You know, I didn't think that would really make too much of a difference, but you know, it feels already dry to the touch, so it does dry off pretty easily. You know, if I find little water droplets while I take the edges off, that's something that you don't want to have. Let's see, you know what? You buy a case for $60, you kind of want it to be completely waterproof. So it looks pretty good. I mean, I don't even feel any water on it right now. We're gonna go ahead and take this clip off. I mean, there is some water in there that might be from something else. I don't see, you know, it just might be the clip. This one's quite a bit harder to get off. And there's some water in there. I'm kind of out, the judge is out on that one. You know, I don't like to see that. It was not in, you know, the plug part. It was on the, well, I flipped it open. I have a feeling that it gets in that little groove here. I don't know if I can show you too well. That groove right there. When you flip it open, it kind of just flies out. But all in all, it seems pretty dry. I'm gonna go ahead and take it out here and see what happens. Oh, you know what it is see, there's a hole there, and that actually goes right through this clip. You know, it's probably for sound or something, but you know, that's where the water came in on that clip. This clip, actually, I don't even think it is the waterproof part. No, see, there's like a, see if I can show it on here. There's a little bit of water right there. You know, but that's the hole there. You know, that's to be expected. There's a hole right there. Well, it goes over. So that's where the water came from on that side. This side there is a little hole too. I'm just kind of seeing this right there, right there. Can kind of, there's a hole. So you know, this is flipped over, and it's still, you know, water can get through that hole. That's where that minimum amount of water is getting inside of the case, at least inside of these flaps. The real test is when I split this apart. Alright, after having split this apart, this is completely dry. I don't feel any water on it whatsoever. So that is a good sign. It's not even damp, so that is good. Looking in here, there's, you know, I can run my finger across here that it's not wet at all. So that is a good sign. this isn't wet. You know, that's very good. So, you know, the next test, what we're going to do is going to quick dry it off a little bit, and then I'm going to put my phone in. Alright, I dried it off, so we're going to go ahead and put it in here. Just make sure I got this right. It does slide in there. You know, you just got to make sure that you kind of push it in good. So it's in there now. Pushing everything down really good on the sides. Gotta go around the edges here. It does snap in a little bit with the phone in there, so I guess the